What's up, guys? It's your boy Ezekiel back. I mean, not back, but it's Ezekiel here right now. And today I want to show you guys something that I've been working on for a very, very long time. And it's going to get published, so I'm going to be happy for that. But I want to show you and everyone that subscribed to me, I want to show everyone the effort and hard work I put into this barrier map. I've done so much, my friends done so much, everyone done so much for this barrier map. And yes, this is in creative and it is going to get published. And I've been working on this for 7 months and it's been really cool. So if you guys new to the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and let me show you guys a fun little battle royale game called Combat Royale. Okay, so when you immediately spawn in, it will be saying starting game. And yes, this barrier map is not done yet, but I put so much hard effort into this. I've been working on this barrier map for 7 months, and I'm still working on it. And this barrier map is gonna have chapters, seasons, I don't even know. So over here, it's gonna say, "Welcome to Combat Royale Season 1." And this season is called Authority. It might sound hard to pronounce, but trust me, you get it. Combat Royale is a 50-player arena where you have to fight with guns or other things. Good luck. This is the loophole. If you want to pause the video, if you want to pause the video to look at it, you can. There's more people that helped me, but yeah, sure. And we have disco place over here, and we have a nice little obstacle course. We have this nice little place where you can chill. Some buildings around there, and yeah, it's good. It's cool. And there were 7 POIs in total, as you can see on the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, let's go on to our first POI. Okay, so starting off with our first POI, we have Adoya City. Now, Adoya City is a nice little chill place. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Hold on, let me just do something real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Let's end the game real quick because I don't want to start the game because there is a storm. So I just want to show y'all everything that's in the barrier map. So let's just end the game real quick. Alright, so let's just give you a tour. Alright, so starting off, we have, yep, we already read that. You want to stop the video again to look at the loophole, you can again. Like I said, more people helped me with this, but these are the only ones I could put because I am gonna put some more, so hang shortly. And this says season ends. I know I don't really know if the season is gonna end on much, but we find out. And like I said, this is nice little obstacle course right here, so you could, just like what Fortnite always does, I made a whole obstacle course. Now you could all this stuff. Yeah. And over here, they have a nice little disco place with some music as well. So you can vibe to the music with some friends and stuff while you're waiting to get to the map. And over here is a nice little dock right here. There are some boats. And all that stuff, feel me? So you got everything right there. And then you got this nice little tall building for some reason because I just decided to add it. It's like an only up thing, so you could play some only up with it. You know what I'm saying? So you could boom, bam, 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 bam. Okay, I fell. And you can get to the top if you're just bored. Because, yeah. And this nice little bunker, I wanted to add something mysterious, so I just added the bunker. And in here, it's like this nice little warehouse. You feel me? So, we got the nice little warehouse there. And there's a small little building right here, you know. Let's move on to our first POI, like I said. Alright, so we're gonna be actually moving over here, which is Classy Cornfield. Now, Classy Cornfield is a nice little simple farm. So, me and my friend made this, and it looks pretty epic. So, let's give you a nice little tour. Okay, so starting off, when you come over here, you're gonna see a nice little farm sign. There's a nice little pathway, or you could call it the drive. I don't care. So you could drive down here, and you could look around. So we could go with this. So I've added some of these buildings around the place because I thought it would look more detailed and satisfying. So I added some of these buildings. You could also do some like there's some chests in here as well. So I added some of those, and I added some more of these. And then there's two silos, obviously, because they have silos. There's some mini cornfield, like a cornfield maze. So I added some mini cornfield maze. You could, I said mini because I'm about to show you in a second. So you could go on in the cornfield and stuff. And then over here is like a nice little board. This is where you can keep all the animals. Now, unfortunately, we don't have no animals due to some memory, but maybe they could come in the future. I don't know. Maybe chapter 2 if they get dropped. So nice little barn section over there. Now, my friend was trying to work on the house, but he couldn't get the details. So I'm like, you know what? Let's make the house constructed so people could wait for the house. So this is like a constructed house. So people are working on the house right now. And as you can see, yeah, the inside is detailed as well. They got some floors, they got some walls ready, but they're not finished yet. This is like a garage where they can enter and stuff. And there's some more stuff. Another mini cornfield maze. And then you have another of these buildings. And then the actual barn right here has some, you could, so like this is where you keep some more animals, like some horses, cows, whatever you like to call it. This place is filled with hay because they like hay. And then when you go upstairs, and before you say anything, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everything is custom made. So everything that's in this Battle Royale map is custom made. That little place is custom made. So everything is custom made. There are no prefabs in this Battle Royale map. No prefabs. Everything is fully custom made. So yeah, just to let you guys know that because everything is custom made because obviously I don't like to use some prefabs. But yes, I'm telling you everything is custom made. So just to let you guys know, so you guys be like, is that a prefab? No. Now obviously this like this thing is not a prefab because I just made it shorter to make it seem like it's not a prefab. So I just made it shorter or not. But come on now. And nice little bone right here. And then you could go on top of this, and there was like some hay and stuff. Hay is everywhere. There's almost too much hay. Now let's move on to the actual main part of this POI. The actual cornfield. Now, one of my friends had this, and I thought it would be funny. So, yeah, if you've seen that in the game, you're lucky. So this is an actual cornfield maze. So this is like a big cornfield maze. So on the like those horror movies where someone gets trapped in the cornfield maze. This is what I added. It's a whole cornfield maze, so you could walk around the place and stuff, and it's just crazy. So that's it for classic cornfield. And I also added some of these small houses around the place for detail. So I added this house right here. I did a greenhouse, and yeah, it's pretty nice. Bathroom right here. Then another bathroom. So yeah. Let's move on to the next POI, and the next POI you guys might like. So when you come up here, there's like a nice little road, and when you come up here, this is a POI called Authority City. Now, Authority City is a nice little city, so it has an office, a bank, a construction, hotel, an arcade, a gas station, and a nice little park. Let's go into the park first. So this park has some playground, for the little kids. And then there's like this nice little place where you can just sit and chat with your friends. You can have a meet up here, anything. You could come up here. You can have a nice little picnic. You can have a birthday party. You can have anything over here. So that's nice. Oh, and by the way, there is no cars. So before you guys say anything, there is no cars. I just wanted to add gas station. There might be some cars in the future if we have some memory. But we do not have cores at this moment. I might add cores if we have enough sound memory. But anyways, we have the gas station right here. This is where you can pump your gas. I mean, felt cars. And yeah, these cars, these are props, so they're not actually real gas tanks. And then when you come inside here, you have a nice little place to get some, you get lunch, you want to get some games, you want to get some drinks, and I don't know why we have this. And we also have a nice little arcade machine, so you could just vibe with it. Now let's move on to the arcade. Now, the arcade has a bunch of good stuff. So, I made this custom-made dance place so you could have dance with it, I actually got this from a video. I forgot what video, so I'll try to look it up and shout out them to them. And I also have this nice little popcorn machine. So this popcorn machine, you can get some popcorn. And then we have some arcade, we have some nice little arcade arcade machines for you guys to play and stuff, so they'll vibe with it. And then you got a nice little snack machine, so you can get some snacks. Slip. And that's some popcorn machine. And then we have these games right here. And then this is like where you get some tickets from the games. You could come here, put your tickets in, and you could get some items. Now, let's move on to the office. Now, starting off with the office, downstairs, this is like a waiting room, so you can walk in and be like, oh, hey, I'm here to come and work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got, okay, we'll deal with that later. So we'll just stay right there. But yeah, you have a nice little place where you could sit down and relax. And then when they call your name, you could come upstairs when they call your name, and you could get to work. I'm gonna do this so it'll be more safer and stuff. So yeah, you could chat with friends here. There's a nice little elevator, but unfortunately you can't go up. This is the boys' bathroom, so I even have a boys' bathroom, and you can tell by these little things. So boys' bathroom right here, and then on this side is the girls' bathroom. So yeah. Now you can take the elevator or the stairs. I'm just gonna go for the stairs. So the first floor right here, you have a nice little hallway. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come in here, this is like the number one office. There is a bunch of files because there's a bunch of people working here because, they need jobs. So you can go on computers, you know what I'm saying? You can chat with friends while you're going on these computers. I mean, I don't know if you can chat with friends, but you know what I'm saying? And then when you come in here, this is like a meeting room. So everyone come here meets, and we're going to chat about business. Ew, and by the way, we have an employee of the month. Are you guys ready to see? And the employee of the month is okay. Let's move on to the second floor. Now, second floor, got some stairs as well. You know what I'm saying? And you could come in this room, and you can also work here as well. So there is some work. There is some printers, so you can print out some stuff. Then there's this, some flyers. Nice little hangout session for people to sit. There are some boxes moving in for products. And this is where people could work, so they could work right here. Printers, all those nice little details. Now, this is where, like, the boss meets with people and talk about some stuff. So you could come here and, what if someone, if you're fired or not. So this is like the funny room. So if you go in this room, you already know you're cooked. Like, just leave. If you get caught in there. And last but not least, so, of course, the workers want to eat. So I made a nice little, food court for people to eat. You should get all these nice little foods. Sushi as well. And there is some chest. And there is a custom loot pool in the chest. So, so you can get all the loot. There's some floating chests, so I'm trying to fix that. And so people could come in and sit, chat, eat, have fun and enjoy. And this is the roof, which does have some chests. They have some satellites. Wait, I don't know. And a water tank. Now let's move on to the bank. Now, you might be seeing these things called Mythic 1. Well, this actually means there is a vault when you see this Mythic 1. So, just to let you know. And, knock down table and stuff. Yeah. And, you could come up here and you can ask the people to deposit, withdraw money, whatever. You could, get some negative money or some positive money. You know what I'm saying? I put a bunch of hard work into this, so want you guys to appreciate it. And then, in order for the workers to come back here, they could come right here. And there is some more place where people can get some money. We added a bunch of spaces because, of course, people are gonna be like, "Hey, what? Why? I need to get money and stuff," and they're gonna be arguing. We're gonna get to that in a second. So yeah, you have everything here. And then when you come upstairs, now I want to do something upstairs, so I decided to add a nice little attic with some boxes and stuff. Now, there's this game I like to play. And it's called Indigo Park. And there's this like evil character named Lloyd. Yeah, Tiger Lloyd. And I saw, and there was like this scene where there was a bunch of boxes around the place, and people could walk near the boxes. So that's what I decided to do. I wanted to do exactly like that. So I just did this so you could walk around the place and there's just going to be boxes, statues. There's some slip barrels as well. And yeah. So that's where I got this inspiration from. Now, if we come over here, this is like a nice little vault. So there were two mythics in here. Mythic Camo Rifle and the Mythic Tactical Pistol and some chest. So that's the bank. And upstairs as well. Look pretty nice. Now this is a construction place. This is going to be the last final place before we move on to the next POI. This is like a nice little construction place. So you got the outside, they're constructing on it. You know what I'm saying? Floating chest. Yo. Don't mind the crash up. Yeah. So and I also had a nice little parkour in the building. So you could boom, 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 on this little parkour because I felt like it. And then you might get stuck in here, but you gotta, oh shucks, you gotta do right here. And then you could jump up here. Two options you could do. You could go on this one, and you could just come up here. Or you could, and stuff. And then, mind the hole, you might take some fall damage. So you could jump up here. And this is the impossible jump. I don't know if I could do it. Oh, I did it. Yeah. And yeah, that's everything for this. So this is Otoya City, and there is some little Easter eggs, so try to find it. But that is Otoya City. Now we're gonna move on to personally my second favorite POI, which is called Lazy Laboratory. Now Lazy Laboratory has a bunch of detail. So when you first come in, there's gonna be like like the military, they stop you, check your ID and stuff. That's what you do. And then this is, so over here, this is a nice little box place. So you have some boxes here. And then this is a security room. So they'll check the security, see if what's happening. Some trucks around the place and stuff, slug trucks. And this in here is a storage room. So you have an egg for some reason. And you just have some boxes. And they're putting the boxes in here. And they're shipping it to a place that we're going to get to in a second. But we're going to get to the place where they're shipping all these boxes. Now, over here, There was an accident. This dude was driving, and then the boxes fell out, and they hit this truck, and they kind of destroyed some stuff. Now over here, this is like a back area, so they got all the boxes and stuff here. They got the forklifters, they got the containers, they got everything here. Now this is like oil, like an oil tank, so they'll for the oil. Got a nice little stub truck. You got these, and they put some stuff in the garage right here, aka another storage room. So they have everything here, and there was some chests and slug barrels, a bunch of slug barrels. By the way, bunch of slug barrels are in this POI, so this might be a high recommended POI to land. You got slug barrels, slug barrels, slug barrels, slug barrels. Everywhere is slug barrels in this POI. You even got some slug trucks, and inside there is going to be a bunch of slug barrels. So I'll definitely land here. And when you come inside, slug barrels. There's like a teacher's room, so it's all like a science room. So this is not like an actual scientist room. It's just people studying on stuff, and then they could like to become a real life scientist. The real life scientists are upstairs, so we're gonna check out that in a second. Same room right here, just on a different side. This is the main lobby, so of course I'm gonna be checking you in. Main lobby right here, you got a nice little water fountain and some chairs to talk to. And over here is some food place, so you could. There's a bunch of things that's wrong here. So you can either go to Pizza Pit or Pick and Pinch. Pick and Pinch sells meat and some good stuff. You got Pizza Pit sells some pizza, obviously. Now when you come back here, you may be wondering how they're gonna get back here. Well, I did add some doors where they could come in and work. Yes, there is a door right here as well. And there's a nice little kitchen where they work and stuff, so yeah. And there's some nice little samples if you want to try some. And got this. Got this. And there's even a slushy machine. So you can get some drinks and some slushies. Mascots. And they also have a kitchen too, so yeah. Let's move on to the upstairs. Oh wait, never mind. So this is the workers' room. So this is where everyone meets up, like I said. And there's a bunch of files here because a bunch of people work here. So yeah. Now obviously the boss doesn't want to go to the public bathroom, so he has his own private bathroom. And when you come over here, nice little sitting place to chat and a storage room. And this is the men's bathroom. So this is where the men's do their duty stuff. And women bathroom. I like fold. But this is the woman room. So woman room right here. Now let's move on to storage room right here. Let's move on to the second floor, which is up here. So when you walk up, there's this area right here, and it does have some more classes to become a real life scientist. So you got classes right here. Storage room is in here. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice little storage room, and another classroom. There is a bunch of slip. I would definitely land here. This would be my to-go drop spot. Now up here, this is the second floor. This is the second floor. So it has everything here. This is the real life scientist room. So this is where everyone can chat, and they can also eat from downstairs. If there's no chairs downstairs, you can come upstairs and eat. Nice little hallway with some slip and a nice little sitting place for people to chat. And yes, there is one classroom because obviously they teach. Now there is this nice little balcony outside, and I was wondering if I could just add a door so people could, walk outside and be like, hey, I'm up here and stuff. And then when you come over here, this is the way to get to the final floor, which is like the roof. Yeah, oh my gosh, I do not remember words. So that you could come up to the roof, and there's some satellites over there and stuff. Now, this is where the scientists actually work. So the scientists are experimenting on some rifts, and as you can see, there is a floating chest. So this is where like stuff. You can't go in the rift, so just let you know that. And then over here, there's like a real life scientist room. So this is where people experiment on stuff and science and stuff. There is some cameras around the room, so you have to find all the cameras. And yeah, there's also another scientist room. So yeah, and stuff. So yeah, sorry about that. Nice little scientist room as well here and stuff. Now let's move on to the last and final floor, which is upstairs. This is where everyone actually relax and chat. There's a bunch of places where people relax and chat. This is the boss room, so he checks on every single thing and stuff. He has some cameras as well. And he's watching his room. Some files and books and a bunch of stuff. And yeah, whatever that is. And over here is, I wouldn't call this a study room. I would call it, yeah, like the scientist room and stuff. And then when there's some slip, and then when you come in here, there's no storage room. Now on the roof, there is some of these vents, air vents, so you could jump stuff and air vent. Yeah. There's this nice little, there's this thing right here and stuff, and yeah, all that. So that's Lazy's laboratory. Now we can move on to the fourth POI, which is called Fainted Falls. Oh, and by the way, this is a landmark. It's called Wooden Walkway, so people could come here and chat on the wooden bridge. There is some of these small buildings right here. So these are the buildings where people could get some chests and stuff and some slub. And then there's this nice little watchtower right here. Just like how Reload has a watchtower, I decided to add my watchtower so people could fight and stuff and yada. That's about the Fated Falls. Now, Fated Falls is a nice little neighborhood and stuff. So yeah, the old houses. So there's a nice little basketball court so people could bang, dunk on each other. I'm gonna dunk it with corn. Yeah, that was corny. Get it? That was corny. I do a job. But yeah, so this is the first house. So it has a bathroom, everything you expect for a house, living room, that's a dining place, and then a bathroom. A kitchen and a nice little room where people could sleep. Nice. And upstairs has some boxes and some chests. Now, it does have a backyard as well. So, yeah. Wow, my game is lagging. Holy smokes. But anyways, this also has a garage over there. And, as a living room, a nice little place where people could box. Living room, dining room, kitchen, a room, and a bathroom. So you can expect all the houses to have these. So I'm now going to show you the houses. You will, explore it a little bit. There's a nice little gas station right here. There's a gas station, and you can get some gas here. And this is custom made. So I added a bud restaurant, so you could come in, get some food. You know what I'm saying? I'll copy this because I do need this. So you can get some food and all those stuff. You could come here and take your order. And there's even a back where people eat. Now up here, this is the office room. They're moving in right now, so yeah, they just own the place. And there's even a nice little drive-thru where people can get some food. And there's obviously a bathroom, because why not? And there's a nice little balcony right here where people could eat and stuff. So, yeah, that's nice. And blah, blah, blah. And over here is a nice little party area where people could just have some fun and have a good time. Now, when you come to this road, this is what I was talking about. So Lazy Laboratory brings some boxes to this nice little warehouse called Smoky Smokehouse. Now, as you can see, they bring it to Lazy Laboratory, or Lazy Laboratory brings the boxes to them, and they have this nice little garage right here where they put all the boxes and stuff. There is some vents, so you could go in the vents and stuff, because I wanted to add that. And yeah, and here is like a nice little storage area over there, and smokehouse. So yeah, this is what my friend made. Oh, by the way, I want a big thanks to all of these people that I'm about to say right now. So, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to these people because they have been helping me all this way, and I could have done it without them. So, real quick, hold on. So, I want to have a big shout out to all these people. So, Conrad, so I want to give a big shout out to Conrad, Eagle, MY Xylo, Rubbish Cole, Sun Knight, Frenzy Disco, Kid Fresh, Marshall Man, Out the Ox, Rexo Creates, and Spidey is awesome. I want to give a big shout out to all of those people. And yes, there is some more people like more usernames, but it's too much because a bunch of people actually helped me with this. And I couldn't have done it without them. So I just want to give a big shout out to all those people that I just said, and thank you for the support and effort that you gave me to make this. Oh, by the way, Fainted Falls also has this nice little waterfall pond, and people could go fishing here. And there's a nice little river right here, so you know, there's some homeless people, and water so you could swim around. Next POI. Oh, and also have this nice little dock as well, so people could come here and chat. There's some bikes and stuff. Yeah. Now, next POI, we're gonna be moving on to Lockout Lighthouse. So now, Lockout Lighthouse is a nice little lighthouse area. Now, yes, this is custom made because number one, it's all white, and number two, it's way shorter. I have been testing it with my friends. Now over here is a nice little storage area where they could get their fishing gear and go out fishing. And there's also a nice little dock and there's some nice little boats and people could go fishing here. Now there is a bunker for this house. I'll get to that shortly. But there's some boxes and all those good stuff. Kitchen right here, living room, dining room, nice little area. And there's some like a nice little small gym, chairs. There's even a bathroom, a piano, a laundry room, a room, and a bunch of things. And upstairs also have some boxes. You know what I'm saying? And over here, it usually was supposed to be a garage, but I decided to make it to another storage room. Now inside the lighthouse is like what you see. This is all custom made because I didn't want it to copy it. So there is some chairs around the place, and upstairs is up there. Now let's move on to my number one favorite POI, which I really love, and it's called Sweetie Sands. Now, Sweetie Sands has a mall, a hotel, so this might take forever, so I'm just going to get to the small things first. So you have a nice little ice cream. Oh yes, and everything is made with 1.0. So you have a nice little ice cream place. People can get some ice cream here, chill out, relax and stuff. Nice little machine where you can get some drinks and stuff, or you can get some just food in general, like some pancakes and stuff. Nice little drive-through here, and arcade as well. It's like the same thing. It's like the same thing as the arcade that's in Atoya City, but it has like a nice little bowling pit, and yeah, tickets and some arcade games. Now I also added a nice little park area right here, so people could relax it. Basketball court right here, so people could dunk on each other. Like I said, I'm just gonna like that. Oh, and there is also a nice little park right here so people can relax. People can take pictures right here as well. And there's some benches where people can relax and stuff. Now, they are filming a movie, and obviously this reference to Stranger Things. RIP to it actually because they just ended their finale. So go and watch some Stranger Things if you want to. But yeah. Um, yeah, RIP to Stranger Things. And apparently the demo P got their friend, so RIP. And there's also, this was from some studios, and there's some like where they could make the thumbnail and stuff, and some solo pictures for them for the movie. And there's also these actors who are just watching their friends play. We got some pizza, popcorn. Watch them, and some more actors. And also a nice little skating ring. I do love this. I made this custom made, and it looks so beautiful and stuff. So yeah, I just love it. And now we're gonna move on to the hotel. So this hotel has a nice little cappuccino. People can get their coffee, or they could get some pizza or whatever, some food, breakfast, or anything. And this is where you can check out to for your rooms. They'll give you your room, and they'll even have some magazines. Now, Mythic 2, it's coming in here. So you can get the Mythic drum gun, or you can get a green. Let me change this. So you can get the Mythic drum gun or the Mythic Striker AO. Mythic Striker shotgun. Yeah, I stuttered too much. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you can get the Striker pump over here. Can I drop it? Hold on. What the? I can't go to my... I'll fix that in a second, so don't worry about that. Now, over here, there's some rooms to check out and stuff. There's a nice little elevator, because why not? Storage rooms up here, and what you basically see in a hotel. So there's some rooms that I made in the place, and there's some floors, and some more rooms. And upstairs, there is some stairs where you could come up to the roof, and a nice little elevator where you could come up to the roof as well. And there's a nice little pool area for people to go in the pool, get some sunscreen, talk to people, and there's some towels and a lifeguard. Nice little plants as well. And this is the beach. So this beach has everything you will see in the beach. Now things might be disappeared, but trust me, they're there. So there is some stuff here, but they're disappeared on my screen. You can get some taco, snow cones, or some pizza. Doesn't really matter. You can get whatever here. Last but not least, we have the Sweetie Mall, aka the Mega Mall. The Mega Mall has 4 places you can go to and a nice little cafe. So this cafe has pizza, Pick and Pinch, and Bud. And they do have some kitchens as well. And there is a nice little snack machine and some drinks as well. And we have a nice little water fountain and a piano for some music. Now over here, this is the laundry mat. So you can come here, put your laundry in, like a public laundry, and they'll call your name. And yeah. Now, next up, I was trying to make a Nike, but obviously copyright. So I made Bikey. It sounds so corny, I know. So Bikey has some clothes, you know what I'm saying? And FNCS, because obviously people go here a lot, so they getting some money, you know what I'm saying? They got some clothes for, they got some stylish clothes for people to go out. Clothes in general. A nice little bench where they could try on some shoes, and there's also a lace section. Now these are the shoes. These shoes are custom made. I also made a custom made logo, and there is some cameras around here and stuff. Yeah. And there's even a back area where you could put the trash in, the boxes, and those stuff. Now, if you go to upstairs, there is a bathroom, so people could do their stuff in here. Now, there you could go. So you and Walter and Becky. Now we're gonna go to Louis Gear. Louis Gear has all of the clothes. Actually, you got the women's section, you got the men's section, you got some nice little pictures up here, and this is where you could go and show yourself. Like you could come here and change and see how you look. And there's also another room right here as well and stuff. And there's also a toy store, so you can get some toys for for the little kids. Toys for little kids and mascots. Now these mascots freak me out. This is coming from a horror movie. Now, yeah, there is some places where you can sit, chat, relax, and hang out and stuff. Now, when you come upstairs, there's also a nice little balcony where people could come in and chat, and there is a nice little bathroom as well. So that's all for Sweetie Sands. Oh, and there's also a nice little dam. So I added a dam here, so that looks amazing. And obviously, I'm not done with it yet because there still has to be some landmarks and some stuff I gotta do over here. And also added a red house, which is right here. Now, there's also a snow biome, which obviously people are gonna love. And yeah, so there's a nice little plane crash right here. I just added it because I thought it would look, detailed. And some trees as well. A nice little hill. Oh, and if SC Universe, if you're watching this, I did get this nice little I got this nice little I got this nice little mountains snow mountain from your tutorial. So thank you so much, SC Universe. I appreciate it. It made this so much better. And last but not least, we have Mighty Mansion. Mighty Mansion's not done yet, but I can show you what I've done so far. I made it outside right here so people could sit. Like a nice little party going on. And then I want to get like a lavish layer vibe, so I added some cool things right here. And also have some storage rooms, you know what I'm saying? And the bathrooms are getting worked on. And you got some hallways with some plants and stuff, and yeah. And a storage room and another bathroom. And this is what I was working on today. I made a nice little office. So this office looks pretty peak. And over here, there's a nice little bar section. So, come and get your drinks. You know what I'm saying? Come and get your drinks right here. And there's also a nice little private gym. So, for the people that want to work out here. And a nice little garden as well. So, I'm excited for that. Now, there's more stuff on this barrier map than you think. Like, there's this nice little snowman right here. But there's more Easter eggs that you think that's here. So I want you guys to find it yourself. There is gonna be a trailer for this barrier map coming soon in February. This is gonna get published on February. I don't know when, but it is gonna get published on February. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. And I'm trying to make this barrier map popular. So let's see if we can make this barrier map popular and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm Ezekiel Kaboom, and I just kaboomed myself. Ezekiel out.